Good evening. Hello, it's me, Angie. Welcome to Learn Love Tarot, where I give many lessons on how to read your birth chart and also how to use the planetary forces that are changing some on a daily basis, some slower than others, but how to use that energy to navigate our best and highest good. This morning, I posted my notes for today. They are included in the description box so that you can follow along. Our song today is called Revel, and it's by a band called Bootstraps. And it's asking if we've had some revelation. And the last lyric, you're that slow driving dawn who sings whenever I rise, gonna be mine dead to rights. How come and how long have you been waiting on some revelation? So just beautiful energy. Hi guys, good evening. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to be using the deck that Dawn got us. I just love it. And I have not yet purposely gone through and read the book because I like to get my intuitive hits on most of the cards before I do that because I don't want it to skew what would just come naturally to me. So thank you, thank you. Hi. I know. Did you get to hear it yet? The song. I mean, if you have not heard that song, guys, go ahead and give it a Google or play it on your app, whatever you can. But it's again Rebel by Bootstraps, and it just kind of gets you in the guts, doesn't it? Hey, Miss Crystal, thank you so much for being here. I love it. Thanks. I love having you guys here. So on the bottom of the deck, oh my gosh, so this is pretty cute. There, it looks to me the first image I got was a turtle, and there's a big old tree there coming off the turtle. I drew a tree today, the bottom right-hand corner of my notes with the hanged man hanging in it. And then for some reason, I drew a wheat field and I wrote separating the wheat from the chaff, the cause to pause for. Well, I'm not sure of much slower things than a turtle. So, and I haven't used this deck since I put it away after using it the last time here on a live with you guys. Underneath that, I drew the Empress energy, but I saw her sitting on a cloud with her crown on, laying there. So it was like the Hanged Man energy, but instead of like feeling stuck in that pause or in that reverie, it was a purposeful pause. And I wrote down. Yeah, she's still waiting on her revelation. But remember, Empress energy, we don't wait. We are pausing for the cause. We let things come to us. It is a new moon today. So we're manifesting that energy, manifesting a new beginning. Underneath the King of Pentacles or King of Coins in this deck is the Five of Swords. Okay. And that can be, oh my goodness, why isn't anything happening, or why is this happening? We've been getting the walls, the brick in the walls come down, Kings of Leon. And in my notes today, the question I asked for this very first set of oracles from the shaman's dream was, what unexpected thunderstorm is here or arriving to transform us or communication within us? So this is a 56 card, which is an 11. Hey, Monique. Hi, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. And this pause for the cause, this wall is here. This block is here for a reason. Okay. So if the walls have not yet come down, there's a little more reflection and there's pause here because there's light in the background and I'm being drawn to that light. It looks like the shape of an eye. And then I also just got curtains, like the stage is being set. I haven't seen that vision in this card before, but I'm noticing all the purples and the blues. And then in the environmental energy, card number 26, the 8, the lemniscate of balance. And this says gathering around. And there's little fairies there. And there's also these yellow mushrooms everywhere. And for me, that's communication, underground communication, intuitiveness. There's also a white moth or a butterfly that is transforming. Okay. So if we think that, something is or is not happening, just hang on a sec here, because I feel like that obstacle is purposeful. Yeah, patience. There's the 14, the temperance energy. So that's a 14 or another 5. And there are many hands of this, is reminding me of Shiva energy here. And really, there's all different objects in her hands. There's many different moving parts here. And she has her toe, like we do see in many temperance cards, she's grounded on this platform in the water. I am using my emotions in order to meditate and tune into my higher self. Okay. I've tapped into the energy and I'm not swallowed by it. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. We think that the pause here or the slowness is bad news, but it's not. The obstacle or the slowness is here for a reason. And I love this tree because it shows all of the roots that are underground here as this turtle's shell. It's moving slowly for a purpose. Queen of Swords underneath that. So the gift here is the Temperance. That is a soulmate card. And those, for me, I always explain temperance is finding the puzzle pieces to our soul or to our shadow work. Each piece of our shadow that we uncover from the mirrors of mirrored souls, those one-to-one committed partnerships, are little gifts. They're little pentacles. They're actually 3D pieces of the puzzle that take time. Temperance is time. It takes time to accrue this truth. And we maybe have been fighting this certain truth that we didn't want to see for a long time. We may have been keeping a wall up to not have to make this change. We might not have wanted to see the reason for the delay or the reason why. Getting an ear squeeze here. We did not want things to go slow. Okay, we might be getting, we might have needed here some more pieces to the puzzle. And I feel like that's coming, especially with this Queen of Swords, this truth, this facing injustice energy, facing what it is that is providing jealousy, strife, and competition. Those obstacles or energies are just simply showing us resistance because it may not be meant for our best and highest good. Okay, so let's see if we can get some more energy here. This unexpected thunderstorm is here or arriving to transform us and or communication, those mushrooms within us. And that says gathering around the power of community. And y'all know you are an amazing community, so we're here for each other. There's the world energy there. Successful completion of a cycle takes time. Okay, it takes time, especially if there was healing here to do. 10 of Wands to put some kind of a burden down once and for all so that it can transfer the energy to the Ace of Wands. Hey, Miss Kimmy B. Hi, hi. Oh my gosh, yes. So if you didn't yet see Dawn's new moon ritual this morning, do make sure you go and check that out before you go to bed tonight, because I woke up the same way, Kim. I haven't slept for the last couple days. The energy has just been like, oh my gosh, like barreling through, really barreling through. And it's been difficult, but we talk about when we know that's going on outside of us and we're doing all we can to remain balanced. That's about all we can do, right? It's so triggery right now. Oh my gosh, what I just say? Just as much to remain balanced. And it was actually the first words I wrote down today after the date Today is the 29th. The 2 plus 9 is an 11. Justice, Libra energy, which we saw there in the Queen of Swords. So balance is coming. This obstacle is here because whatever the obstacle is, remember, it's showing us that it's out of alignment with our best and highest good. And there's more puzzle pieces to find, or more psyche shadows to unpack, so to speak. And that's the truth. There's that ace of swords. It's coming, guys. The obstacle's there for a reason. Okay, a couple more shuffles. All right. Now, in the center of my notes there, the second question is, what illusion or something that feels good in the moment, right? What are we rejecting? Okay. What are we rejecting so that we can shed and start anew? And Dawn and Jen talked this morning about the number 22. They're doing something on the 22nd. This is a yin and yang energy, and we feel like fighting these walls. So because of the blue, that would be the yang energy, and then the yellow would be the yin of surrender. Remember, the new moon is when we've come down to the bottom of the roller coaster. This is a pause time. This is a breathe, because what happens after that is that we get in the emperor energy to build the tracks, okay, to the full moon. And then the ride we get is based off of the tracks we start building after the pause for the cause, okay? And that can even mean, yep, these energies are really hard right now. I'm surrounded by a bunch of weeds and a bunch of bushes. I drew all of that wheat in the field. And this is about, you know what? It looks like a hot mess express, and even if it's sad, there's a handkerchief there. And even if I've bled from the thorns and trying to clean up this mess, I can appreciate the work that was put in and the beauty of complicated things. I can appreciate the beauty now of understanding what throws me out of balance so that I know what feeling in balance feels like. Okay. All right, here on the bottom, 8 of Swords. I know what feeling out of balance, and I know what that feels like. 5 of Cups, things that don't feel good. Okay, we cannot focus on those turn down, 3 down cups, because if we're just focused on the mess and focused on the boo-hoos and how hard the energy is, then we're going to keep attracting more of that energy, right? So the illusion that things are a mess. Okay, this says appreciation. We've got to shift that to the 2 of Cups, or else we're just going to keep attracting more thorns and more messes. We've got to be able to separate the wheat from the chaff. And how do we know energetically what feels good if we don't know for sure what doesn't feel good, and if whether it's ours or not? Okay, when we are in a balance of harmony here, the yin and the yang are in balance, we are able to hold that appreciation. That's a 15 card, which is going to be that right after Temperance. Okay, that is the opposition or the devil card to the Lovers. The appreciation, the love, and the passion. Okay, the devil, or the 15, is the fear. Well, everything's just always going to be a mess and feel a mess because it looks a mess. Not necessarily so. That's our fear. That alone can throw us out of our yin and yang here. Okay, we've got to know that even during times when we feel like things are a mess, is that even our energy, or is that what's going on around us? And when I'm faced with those challenges of that challenging energy, how do I stay balanced within myself so that I can still find my puzzle pieces? Okay, and whatever is an obstacle here, is part of those puzzle pieces that lead us to our peace. Okay. Five of Cups and Two of Wands. Yeah, a decision. We can decide our action of our energy every single day. I can go, I don't like how this energy feels. How can I raise my vibration? We talk about it all the time. Have your little emergency kit list on the stove. Mine, y'all know, is music. Dawn talked about moving her body today. If you're feeling some kind of way today with our new beginning, new moon, then there's that yoga from Monday night that you can utilize to get your body moving. And I even have again, the meditation for the crown games. Now, the last question I posed for us today is what actions of free will can be used to bring love into the situation and allow others to be. We can observe them. We can go, okay, yeah, I see that's a hot mess express, but do I have to succumb to that energy, or can I allow them to be? This is the one card that we pulled together on the spiritual view on Monday. And what I found interesting about this energy of how can we bring love, or how can our actions of free will bring love into the situation? Worlds within worlds. We are but the world operating inside of this whole other world outside of us. Okay. We've still got to keep going. We've still got to be that planet. This is the last card in the deck and the environmental energy. And this is the first card. So how cool is that? These are like cycles of completion. And then we already saw the world card come out there in that pre-shuffle. Okay. Yes, Rose is hurt. And yes, that does look like a mess that she's standing in, but she knows there's beauty to be had when everything else seems to be like towers all around, and there's this cosmic energy that just feels very, very challenging. Well, we can power up with our community, we can stick together, and we can come here to help everybody raise their vibration, right? It doesn't have to feel so terrible. And especially if we know we're not alone, that always seems to help. Take an action the action that we could choose, those Two of Wands, we get the Six of Pentacles here, more balance. How you like that? Okay. And I even drew next to 1986 because today's date adds up to a 39, which would have been 39 years ago, whatever you guys were doing in 1986, if you were even born yet. I drew a justice balance with the three on each side and the triangle of body, mind, and spirit. So there was that six energy right there. Whoa. Thanks for coming in. Hi, Ernie. Thanks for coming in and joining our tribe here today. Well, Two of Wands wanted us to let us know that it is absolutely our decision on the action that we take. And there's 10 of Pentacles there. One leads to frustration. One leads to, I'm going to cry over spilt milk, or that these walls just keep popping up. Well, they're there so that we know which action to take. Our yang. This is the pause before we start building the tracks in the Emperor energy leading up to that full moon. Okay, let's go. Let's see what we got here. So we got our theme. We can always choose no matter what's going on around us. Okay. Queen of Wands, I understand this is a new moon today about manifesting. Okay. The Queen of Wands is a master manifester. She takes control. And even though, look at that, you guys, even though there is a volcano blowing up behind her, look at her face. She's happy as Larry. She's smiling. She's doing her dance, and she's taking her paddle, and she's like, you know what? Boat ain't going to row itself. I got to keep going. I got to keep rowing no matter what. Second card is the situation. Yeah. Eight of Cups. In order to get to the Nine Cups of wish fulfillment, okay, we got to take the cue from what isn't in alignment. get into our higher self, use that I, understand what the show or the curtains are, what's going on around us is just a show. We get to choose how we react to it, right? It's gorgeous. I mean, it's like this big I. We get to react. We get to support each other in our community here we're building, and we support each other as our own little world within this bigger world of this big asterisk cosmic energy that's going on around us. Oh, Venus, you were only 4 in 1986. Well, good for you. Just teasing. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. So this crescent moon is dark on the right, light on the left. So that is when we're turning down the moon. This is a situation, it feels like here, that has already presented itself. But again, you're like, again, the boat ain't gonna row itself. I know I still got to paddle, even though all this cosmic energy feels like it's blowing up around me. That means I choose to do my activities that ground me and that are going to bring me joy and are going to raise my vibration so that I don't react to those energies. I'm reacting, and the action I'm taking is taking care of myself. And taking care of yourself means that everybody around you benefits from that in a physics way, right? It's just energy. Opportunity, guys, by us taking this cue and walking away from the 8 broken cups that are dissatisfying, the opportunity is the 10 of cups. And that is literally even y'all, all y'all here. This is the love we have for each other. These are the positive vibrations, how we raise each other up. If that's not from the heart, I don't know what is. So again, thank y'all for being here. This is the purpose of this reading tonight. It's been a very long day. I haven't felt well myself. I've been noticing definitely physical symptoms when all this energy is afoot. And I leaned on my sisters today. I leaned on the Spiritual View sisters, and I'm like, I know somebody has this information. I asked if anybody could send me information on physical symptoms. And right away, I'm getting sent information that I can look up when I have time about physical symptoms of what's happening. Definitely, I've been noticing on the new moon and full moons. But boy, oh boy, with this Mars retrograde in Cancer, whoo, doggy. Not easy, okay? But I know that I can still stay balanced, and I can do my best to stay balanced, find the information. What is this meaning? I know it's not me, it's going on around me, right? In the recent past, 7 of Wands, I'm going to stand my ground. And even though it feels really awful, even though I got a headache, I feel nauseous at new moons and full moons, and definitely in this Mars retrograde, there's work to be done. Okay. I'm not going to let it beat me. I'm not just going to go, okay, well, I guess it's a hot mess out there, and I just can't, that means I can't see the roses for its beauty. Oh, we're not going to do that. That we're not going to let that take our power. We are learning to surf above it. There's mountains in the background here, and not to say that it's easy, okay? But you don't get to Queen of Wands where you're smiling as a volcano is exploding. If you haven't put the work in. So give yourself a little break here, guys, okay? If you're feeling a little hard on yourself, like, I don't like this energy, I'm feeling terrible. Yeah, it does. I'm here to tell you, I don't like it either. But what we can do is what we can do. And that's our choice. It is our choice. It is going to be my choice to do yoga after this. That's for sure. So hopefully that'll help me sleep and not be waking up every 2 hours. What is the heart of the matter? 6 of Swords. That volcano is calming down or moving. Look how smooth that water is. And what I say here, I'm not even sure that's an or, but that's what I was getting. That boat ain't gonna row itself. And look at this. She's rowing the boat. I love it. Hey, Miss Judy Jude. Thank you guys. Sleep issues, big time. And dreams, oh my Lanta. The one the other night, you ever have those dreams where it's so juicy that, and then you wake up and you're like, damn it. And then it's so juicy that you're like trying your damnedest to try to get back in the dream because it was so good. That's what happened the other night. I was like, oh, that was a nice little pick 'em up. I'll take that all day, every day. So it's calming down. You got, it's all about the attitude that we have. Can we still appreciate what we have? We got to turn on the gratitude. We've got to get into our meditation practice. It's going on. It's like a war's going on out there, right? This is us. Boat ain't going to paddle itself. We still got to put in the work to keep ourselves balanced here. And one of the ways we do that is by gathering around each other. So again, thank you. Near future of this 10 of Cups, looking at some regrets here. Maybe we're like, this is old energy, guys. 5 of Cups, you doesn't have to be a present situation. Because usually it's tied to even past lives. This is like old regrets. It's old energy. The opportunity is 10 of Cups. But if we're focused on the thorns and every love story or every heartbreak that we've had in the past, what energy, or, oh my God, things are exploding around me. If I focus on those 3 cups, then what do we think we're going to get more of? This is exactly why our reading tonight is asking us to get still. This helps us understand what is and isn't our own energy. Okay. All right. So we need to change that here, especially book ending all the way on the outside. This gathering, this power of community. I just said that's y'all. Those are bookending energies here. Appreciating the 2 cups that are still standing in full helps us shift our energy. Spirit's doing their darndest, but you got to pick up the oar because the boat ain't going to row itself. Okay, we're sticking with that. See what I mean by if I read the book versions, then you ain't gonna get those kind of beauties. I'm not even sure she's holding an oar. It looks like some kind of a I'm not familiar that any, I mean, maybe they have batons that they twirl. I know in Middle Eastern dance, I was never really great with the sword because I'm a clumsalina, but those are balanced on the head. Hawaiian dance is, very much like Middle Eastern dance, and it's telling a story. And her face is, I mean, she's happy as Larry here. She's ready to row the boat. Let's look at the block. 4 of Pentacles. Yep, there's vultures everywhere. I gotta protect what's mine. They're gonna come get me. Well, again, it is hard work here, but in the blocked position, that can, her energy here, she's kind of hoarding here. So in a reverse position, that would be all about opening up. You're not letting yourself get clobbered, right? But by getting in that meditation energy, tuning into our third eye and our inner guidance, being active to be balanced, we don't have to hoard anything. We understand what is ours and what is not ours. Now there's a shadow bird there flying in the background, and I feel like this is a protection energy. I wouldn't have gotten that normally on the 4 of coins or the 4 of pentacles. But automatically we think, oh, vultures, that's bad. But this vulture is enfolding her and like protecting her. And when there are hard things going on around us and we stand our ground and focus on that sun, it's as if the universe goes, okay, there's all this ugly going on around the outside and it's surrounding you. But by picking up that ore, even though there's a volcano blowing, we're protecting our energy. We're protecting ourselves here. Okay. Okay. Let's look at what spirit wants you to know. Kayla, didn't you just say the moon? Look at that bridge. We stay balanced in the center. And it kind of looks like that the Libra energy or the symbol for the Libra card, even though this is a Cancerian energy. Also Pisces. And I'm focused on these two little furry friends at the foot of each bridge. Can't tell what they are. They might be raccoons, but they look a little fluffy to be raccoons. Raccoons are very, very clever. Her gown has a rainbow energy to it, which I feel is connected to here. So what Spirit wants us to know is even in confusion, we can always find a way back home. We can always have protection as long as we're willing to pick up the ore and focus on the cups that are standing. That is the bridge to get to the other side of this tough energy. See here how these are the only two full moons on the table. She's turned away from it here because she's in the reverse appreciation. She's only seeing the thorns of the situation instead of the wall of this is for my protection, right? This is an obstacle to show me it's out of alignment. And even if that's just planetary wise here, it's not forever. They shift, energies shift daily. And we have been going through some, like I said, hellacious energies. And the way to the other side is to be like they're those raccoons. They're very industrious. They're little tiny hands. Like you'd be amazed if you've ever watched raccoon videos. They can figure out anything. This is like an engineering energy, like a can do, even through confusion, even through heavy emotions. There's a reason here with these lotus petals that energy unfolds one little tiny bit at a time. We've got to figure out a way across that bridge. Raccoons always find a way. They will outsmart you every time. We have to outsmart the energies that are surrounding us. Why? Right? Boy, oh boy. And remember, guys, especially in retrogrades, are all about the re's. So reunion, re-examining, reissuing, re-examining, re-establishing. If we didn't learn a lesson the first time around, they always come back. And that can be same meat sack, or it can be same lesson, different meat sack. We have to complete the lesson. We don't get to spiritually like bypass the tough lessons. We have to understand to follow the walls. We have to understand that it's up to us if we turn our back to the moon or not. That bridge is there. Our intuition is here to guide us and to help us. We got to do our part. What is the outcome energy? Setting down the burden. We've got our tens book ending here, 10 of wands. And look at the tree growing up through that difficulty. It's to strengthen our roots, okay? And only by tapping into separating the wheat from the chaff, only by doing the work. That's heavy field work, right? It's not easy. Only by doing the work can we truly set down the burden to get to the opportunity of 10 of cups so that we don't have to repeat the cycle again. 9 would be I'm taking the same actions and expecting a different result. And what's being presented here is trust the moon. It's okay. We don't have to know that there's the other side of the bridge. We just have to trust that it's there. We don't have to know every step and have the expectation, oh, I'm going to walk across it at 5 o'clock on a Tuesday, and I'm going to see X, Y, and Z over there when I get there. No. That's having an expectation, and that actually slows down what it is we're trying to manifest just as easily as focusing on everything that's going wrong. And I'm too scared to do anything new because of all the past situations. This is old. She's got like an antique lace shawl on there. Really beautiful, actually. But she's turning away from the moon. If we turn away from our gifts, if we turn away from the advice of how we can take action to our own balance, then we're going to feel every bit of that crappy energy that's going on. Let's see what's here happening in the 10 of Pentacles in our environmental energy. That's interesting. 10, 5, 10, and we've got 10 and 5. So 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Coins. We are not focusing on the community or the tree here. This 10 of Wands, the connectedness of all things, okay, by setting down the burdens and understanding that moving through the confusion in a balanced way, then transfers to the Ace of Wands. 1 plus 0 is 1. You have to get through the 10. We have to set that down. And otherwise, even when we're surrounded in beauty and fellowship and fun, we can still feel very alone. Okay. And that is, again, not understanding what energy is ours and what is not ours. 4 of Swords, the wolf, focusing on the wolf of the moon instead of the loyalty to self. Okay. It's all about what we focus on. The Wheel of Fortune, that's what changes the fate. There's that tower energy, so that when towers come up or volcanoes threaten to there she blow, we can just go, oh, looks like I need my paddle. And that paddle for you might be, picking up your fur babies, picking up the phone to get a laugh with a girlfriend or guy friend, having dinner with somebody, fellowship, utilizing the resources that we have in front of us. Oh, like today's energy of the High Priestess coming out there, I had Justice. So after it's the 29th, 2 plus 9 is 11. Justice and balance. 1 plus 1 is 2, the High Priestess, crescent moon. That's how we shift. We're walking away from what doesn't feel good, using our own power of community, making a choice. I'm going to do yoga. I'm going to get physical. I'm going to dance in my living room like a damn idiot for the simple fact that it feels good. I love this High Priestess card here. Beautiful lanterns either side. She's reading a book. She ain't bothered. She's touching here another 10, the Wheel of Fortune, and a tower. And she's like, what is that quote about somebody being afraid of the storm? And then she looked and said, I am the storm. That's this energy here. Let the towers fall. Understand that those obstacles, what is and what isn't yours, it's just the world energy playing on its stage, and we don't have to react to it. It's our choice of action. All right, Magician underneath that. I love this energy. It's like, look, she's like, I'm just going to be my pretty, pretty princess. And even though all this chaos is going around outside, I can rewrite my own story. And I'm going to turn those pumpkins into a carriage. Little Cinderella story here of going to the ball. It's our choice. If we change the energy in our home, it doesn't matter what's going on the outside, right? Okay. It doesn't matter what's going on the outside, the Hermit. I love when that happens. Knight of Pentacles right behind that. Wow. Okay. Let's see here. I want to know why we're focusing, what are we focusing on here from the past? We've got the 10 of Cups as the opportunity, but remember, guys, whatever we're manifesting, I often have people say, or the comments can be like, I've heard a lot of other readers and they always say XYZ is that's good is coming and it never comes. Well, the tricky part of energy is that you have to be in the vibration of what it is that you're asking for or you're manifesting. If we're in a vibration, there's the Five of Swords again. Why the Five of Cups? Our mental unclarity here. It's like, look at her. Everything is terrible. Both of them have their head buried in their hands. And this is gaslighting ourselves. Okay. When we have the power of the moon, this is Ra. We have the power of the sun. Yeah, it's hard to raise our vibration. It's harder in tumultuous energies. I am not enjoying Mars retrograde in Cancer. I got Mars in Cancer. I've got a stellium in Cancer in the house of Pisces, which is the 12th house of the soul's journey. It aren't no fun. I'm not having a good time in that. It's not easy energy to navigate. But am I protecting myself? Yes. Do I get raging headaches because of the tumultuous energy? Yes. Am I doing all that I can to keep my energy up regardless? Hell yes. That's all we can do. Okay. That is crossed by Two of Swords. It's all in our mind. That is willful blindness of I can't do anything about it. Yeah, we can. Okay. Yes, we can. And it's also about this is the opposite moon here. This would be dark on the left, light on the right, turning the light on of the moon. That is your choice. That is what's coming up here. And this is within the week. Okay. You can choose to hide and cry and be like, this is terrible. I don't ever want to go outside again. Believe me, I get it. But again, it's a choice of action. Okay. We are not controlless. The only thing that ever changes an outside situation we do not like is energy. It's the only thing. Energy first. Oh my gosh. You have to believe what you're asking for. Absolutely. Because if you just, and you have to let it go too. That's the other thing. If we keep checking on our order, the universe is like, I got to get some things out of the way. It has to have time to line up for us. And then when the opportunity knocks, Wheel of Fortune, if we're in a tower energy of despair, instead of like, give me my damn ore, here we go again. Do you think that manifestation can reach you? That's us not doing our part. Okay. We have the choice in a 10 of coins whether or not to see that as I'm all alone. There are people in that church. She can smell the food. She just needs help finding the door. And we're here tonight to support everyone that's trying to find the door and trying to navigate this energy because it is confusing. But Spirit wants you to know, message from Spirit is you have a choice to set down these burdens. This is your power. The power is in you. No matter what's going on around on the outside, you've still got your own inner world. Nobody can change that fishbowl but you. Page of Cups, bringing love. Absolutely. All right. Two of Swords. We can always choose love, and we can certainly be like, what volcano? The Magician. I can create a fantasy world inside. I can make a blanket tent if I want to. I'm in my house where I'm protected. I'm using my sage. The energy is so difficult right now. It's going to take some work, but if I stay loyal to myself, loyal to making my own world the best fishbowl I can make it, everything else comes into play. What are y'all setting down here? What are y'all? Oh, okay. Oh boy. Choice here. Underneath the Page of Cups, just FYI, there's the bunny. What reading was that? I think maybe last Thursday with the rabbit hole. I have a little bunny on the thumbnail, the purple bunny. That could be coming. Lover's energy here. And this is Beauty and the Beast kind of energy. Which one are we going to choose? The wolf or the loyalty? It's always a choice. It's always a choice. Hey, what up, Ed? Oh, okay. Lovers again. What about the lovers? King of Wands. It'd be hot and passionate. Phoenix rising. There's that sun energy. Focusing on the sun instead of burying our head away from the confusing moon, trusting our own magic. It's a choice. Keeps coming up over and over. Nine of Cups energy here with that, with the peacock feathers in the bottom, and then the phoenix is always rising towards our sun. Our happiness is our choice or not. Are we going to see it as a beast and all the brambles and it's a hot mess, or are we going to appreciate the beauty of the roses? Okay, this King of Wands here might be wielding some kind of truth for us, and this is without being too crude here, this is a pretty big size difference. She just a petite thing. So maybe this King of Wands kind of feels irresistible here, or we're realizing that even though if you're just a little itty bitty thing, you can be as big as a beast as you want to. It's all in our mind and what we're creating there with that wand inside of our own fishbowl. Nobody affects that. Not Mars in retrograde, not nothing. Only us. We control our fishbowl. That's the truth. All right. Any more information on what is being set down? Maybe it is a past choice if it is coming back around, because we do have the re's. If we need to learn a lesson again, it might be recycling. Yeah. So Nine of Wands, what I just talked about before the 10 of Wands here is repeating the same behaviors, but expecting a different result. If we've got lessons recycling, we can't do what we've always done there. Okay. She's already been to the evil witch's house, Hansel and Gretel. Oh my gosh. I was joking about the beast, the King of Wands. Okay. I'll just let you see if you can see. It would be a big bird. That is a big old cock in the background. Just saying. Do not, if this lover is really hard to resist, but it's not something that's good for you, it becomes a burden. Okay. And it's a repeater. Doesn't matter how nice the house is. Okay. It looks like it can kind of get up and walk away, whatever it wants. So do not let this lesson run away from you this time, because it's here for you to conquer it, especially if this is a rerun, guys. If that's a rerun energy, the universe is like, but are you sure? My gosh. Ace of Pentacles. If we, that's the daddy saddy. Lot of hotness overload here. I mean, all those wands are on fire. I get it. It's especially hard if it was a passionate lesson. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, but if we pass that, Daddy Saddy's got our reward here in victory. Six of Wands, Ace of Coins, Six of Wands. Wow. Okay. Wow, wow, wow. Fighting against it, Five of Wands. It'll just come back again. Okay. Time to conquer it. Where is I want to know where's Spirit taking us here? Six of Swords. Where's Spirit taking my learning lovers? This is all about that six, or our self-love, guys. Hierophant. Where are they taking you? To learn the lesson, what I just said. Like conquering this lesson once and for all. I prefer 60,000 piece jigsaw. Oh boy, you guys get me in so much trouble. You make me feel so damn ornery. I mean, what are you supposed to say here with the lovers, the king of wands, and then a big old cock in the background? I mean, I don't know how else you could read that. If it weren't tempting, if it wasn't a okay. Now I just keep stepping my foot in it. If it wasn't a difficult lesson, then it wouldn't be worth getting the victory over, right? It has to be difficult. It has to be fiery and passionate. It has to tempt us. We have to rise out of the ashes and make sure that this is something that, is this an inner beast that we need to tame in ourselves? If this is somebody that comes back around and we just feel like we can't resist, that's for a reason. It's for a reason. It's got to tempt you, or else it's not a test if it's not hard to pass. Keep that in mind. Okay. Hierophant. This is here for you. The paddle. Oh gosh, now we're getting into other things. I will mind my business there. The paddle. She's like, give me my oar. Okay, here we go. He says, I don't. I have scissors to snip the pieces. When the puzzle piece don't fit, that would be the temperance energy. The puzzle pieces to our piece. Well, we can't spiritual bypass, Ed. Cutting the puzzle pieces to make them fit is like, oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to give you this same lesson in a different meat suit then. How you like me now? I love this Hierophant. She is so cute. I am drawn to her turquoise. So, turquoise jewelry. I have a couple stones. I don't have, I'd like more of the jewelry. I have a lot of lapis lazuli. I'd love more turquoise. If someone wants to put in the comments there what someone can look up real quick, the benefits of turquoise. I have a big asterisk book on all the stones, but working memory and all. Get saved for many different things. 52, 52. That's a double 7. Wave that wand. Three of Pentacles, teamwork, a new start. Today is our fresh beginnings energy. And look, it looks like you're passing the lesson here. And because you're like, I know that house ain't no good, no matter the size or not. I know to walk away from that lesson and go towards my own happiness. And with those monsters here in the background, look at his face. This is exactly where we started. That's how I know we got our reading. Volcano in the background. Oh, let me grab my paddle. Boat ain't gonna row itself. And he's like, what monsters? I'm focused on my own vibrational frequency. It doesn't matter what kind of universal monsters are out there trying to steal my joy. Ain't having it. Okay. All right then. Queen of Swords. Yep, I'm facing my truth, my own personal fishbowl. That's my personal truth. I'm going to make a blanket tent, camp out inside, maybe with Ed's puzzle, or just some movies and a teddy bear and our fur babies, or real ones if you got them, and protect my dang energy here, because it doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter. We just got to help spirit. We've still got to pick up the paddle. Okay, we've still got to do the work. We've still got to make the choice to find the joy and appreciate that the roses, like life, are beautiful, and that doesn't mean that it comes by every single day as a bed of roses, right? There are days that our fingers are bloody from the thorns. And that's just how it be. Let's get you some advice. Man, I have fun with you guys. Thank you. Lapis and Turles are linked to Sag. Okay. Egyptians. Okay, well, we've got here Ra and Isis. Didn't I just talk about Isis? Was that yesterday? I did somewhere. Of course, I'll probably remember at 3 a.m. What at some inappropriate time. Oh my gosh, they used to clad the pillars. Okay, okay. Well, that would do it. Cover up the ugliness, make things more pretty. Let's see here, guys. Focusing on our own balance, our own energy within our community. Talking in our environment helps us through these towers. Now we will be shifting finally to a new Sabian lesson. In Pluto, we'll go to the Sabian symbol of 3 tomorrow. We're still here at the last little bit of the unexpected thunderstorm. Pluto at that Sabian 2. What'd I say? Oh my gosh. So the heart of the reading, 6 of Swords, Spirit's trying to get you there, but we got to pick up our paddle. Transpersonal. The transformation is personal. We've got to co-create with Spirit. We have to participate. We don't have to ride that icky energy and just go, oh, well, I guess that's what's going on in the universe right now. No, we can still control our own fishbowl. Horned cactus. Even if what's going on around us doesn't mean we have to sit on the cactus. Okay. And I find it terribly interesting that our first card of advice for my post this morning was a 56 and an 11. And this is a 29. So we're starting first card out with an 11, ending with an 11 on the bottom of the deck. And here, how can we bring love into this situation? Our first card of the entire deck and the last card of the entire deck. That's pretty incredible. Resourcefulness here is available. And look at how these guys kind of getting into the heart, even when the energy feels prickly. Man, pricks and cocks and poles and I'll stop. Okay. All righty then. Let's look at this 60 watchers, transpersonal. We're observing, we're staying above it. I'm so sorry. Oh, y'all know me. Okay. You've met me. Poor our poor new guy is like, what in the Mount St. Helens? Oh, if you're still here, if we haven't scared you away, it's okay. Laughing, that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Laughing is a way that we can transfer this energy. Okay, we can transform it. All right. Let's see. Grief and mourning. Oh no, that's wailing tree. Okay, I was like, that doesn't sound right. But that is like the five of cups here, right? And 5 of swords. Look, turning themselves away from the sun and the moon. All right, serendipity. The observer / witness. I thought those 2 words were together, and I was like, what in the world is that word? Transpersonal. When watchers appear, it is an invitation to stop doing. Please get off the treadmill and take a deep breath. Find the witness within, the one who can observe the fire and fury happening around us. Oh, wow. But is not caught in any of the drama. Ain't gonna paddle itself. Okay. Well, maybe I ain't judging, but hey, whatever works. The time is right to step back. If you have a thought or opinion, we can keep those to ourselves. If we have a feeling that needs to be expressed, we can do it in the shower. Do not engage with the action happening around us. Simply observe. Yep, there's a volcano erupting back there. Okay, I'm not the volcano. Watchers show up to direct our attention to the horizon and away from the anthill in front of us. Others might think we're simply doing nothing, but let them know that we're helping the sun to set in the evening sky. There are bigger things to attend to. You have spent such a long time trying to correct the course of events and actions of others. We talked about stop trying to stop ourselves. It's a habit of that expectation, right? We're not going to keep asking the chef where our order is because we've realized we have learned on our ascension journey that that only slows the order down. And as a matter of fact, they might spit in it if you bug them too much. Let it be for a short while as you become the observer rather than the doer. The watchers invite us to break free from the linear, casual pace of the petty day to day. Rise to divine coincidence, to serendipity, and notice how the act of seeing the heart of the matter produces results, all the green heart opening energy. Things happen without you doing anything. Creation unfolds in its own mysterious way, requiring only a sacred witness. And reading that, there's a song I know you've heard, Heart of the Matter, Eagles version, but have you heard it sung by Brownstone? Beautiful. Normally I'm like, don't mess with my Eagles. But that remake, my will gets weak and my thoughts are scattered, but I think it's about forgiveness. Even if you don't love me anymore. When that repeat comes back to us to present its house, we can not have to jump in the fire with it, jump into the passion. Yep, we know they're a King of Wands, but this time we also know that they're a lesson. And we can be like, good to see ya. I really don't want to go through this cycle again. These are cycles. You can do it if you want to, but we already been on that merry-go-round ride, right? So I think it's about forgiveness, even if you don't love me anymore. I feel like it's even if you don't love this lesson anymore. Like we gotta trust that even in confusion, just one foot in front of the other. Volcano, boat ain't going to row itself. We got to co-create from within and then be in the vibrational frequency of what it is that comes knocking on the door. Okay. And our healing, our own healing, male or female, doesn't matter. Healing our feminine energy within then heals the divine masculine energy within, the yang. The yin comes first, the surrender, the focusing on, I can still believe in balance and equal cups and equal energy that I deserve if I just trust, even in times where I'm confused and where the universe is throwing curveballs and my emotions feel knuck and futz, right? We still have the control. It's still a choice. Wow. Just beautiful, guys. I hope that I know I have to come back through. I can imagine if the conversation that goes on in my own mind, if you can imagine the half the things I force myself not to say. It's pretty bad when you hear some of the things I do say. Oh no, we're into the cougar energy. Oh gosh, that's funny. The younger guys do seem, yep, I remember those times. That was in my 30s. Boy, was that fun. I'm like, if I'm a cougar in my 30s, then what am I now? Oh man. The cougar, the Queen of Sheba, a Dutch cougar. I love it. Oh boy, I will definitely come back and check through. I can, I know, I'm sorry, but I mean, meat sack. It's true, Venus. It's a terrible way to think of us humans, but we have the same soul every incarnation, and this is my meat sack that I get this time. That's expressed in this personality you see hanging out in front of you. So and each time, okay, that new meat sack that you come through with and the personality that you come through with is going to help or hinder, right, your soul learning its lessons so that it can try to get itself the next rung up onto the path of ascension. So yep, they do come back around, and even if it's a different person, it'll be the same lesson if we didn't pass it the last time, or if we keep recycling the same lesson. Yep. Oh boy, yeah, I think we scared our new friend away, guys. Well, tomorrow night, I'm 6 o'clock tomorrow. I will pull cards for you all. It'll be our fourth Thursday date night. So if you'd like to mark your calendars, I'll meet you here at the same bat time, same bat channel, 6 o'clock tomorrow night. I know that is, don't mess with my Eagles. It's a t-shirt. Crazy. But seriously, look up that song too. And it's the Heart of the Matter by Brownstone. It was actually a girl group that was produced by Michael Jackson. The whole album is great. They really did a beautiful job, beautiful job. And then your other homework is to have a listen to that Revel song by Bootstraps. Oof. Yeah, for waiting on some revelation, maybe that'll help you get it. Hi, Yoli. Thank you for being here. Thanks for not getting scared away. I will see you guys tomorrow night, and we'll do some personal card polls for you all. And don't be tardy for the party, even if I am. I'll still be here. Okay. Love you guys. Mean it. I will see you tomorrow night at 6. Bye bye for now.